Hello, ladies, gentlemen and virgins, and welcome to The Struggle, a news talk show powered by unpaid parking tickets. I'm Amber Schultz. Tonight's topics include the government's latest budget, the Met Gala ball, and millennial virginity. A new study published by the Archives of Sexual Behaviour, and no, I'm not talking about your Google search history, has revealed that at least 1 in 8 millennials are virgins by the age of 26. Around 5% of responders refused to say when they first did the dirty, meaning that the previous statistic could be higher. That's all right, Jimmy, you prefer not to say. Researchers have put these trends down to a number of factors in today's society, including a hypersexual modern culture, the increasing availability of porn, and the dramatic rise of esports. The study also revealed that the average number of sexual partners for youths this generation has continued its fall since its peak during the baby boom. 3? Sure, the greatest generation. Our grandparents had an average of 11 sexual partners. I guess that $20 note in my birthday card every year is to compensate for the other gift their generation gave us: AIDS. Speaking of either non-existent or inappropriate sex, the church just can't seem to strike a balance. The Met Gala ball's theme this year was heavenly bodies, fashion, and the Catholic imagination. The ball is New York's most exclusive fashion event. Tickets cost $30,000 a pop to wander around in fancy get-up and deliberately not eat. The gala consistently reaps 8-figure sums in fundraising, last year raising more than $13.5 million. Fortunately, all that cash from prancing around in a costume goes towards a worthy cause, to the gala itself, and the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute in New York City. That's right, a fundraiser of costumes to raise money for more costumes. We cross now to our social media influencer to show us the greatest trends of the Met Gala ball.
Yes, babe. Look, unfortunately, I couldn't make it to the Met Gala this year. I was a bit busy at DiCaprio's. It was wine and cheese night. And look, who is going to say no to Leo? But the Met Gala was still lit. Hottest outfits include this bitch dressed as a sexy pope, a slaying as per usual. It was très chic. And this other bitch dressed as a sexy angel. Oh, the Met Gala is like Halloween, except people can actually fit into their costumes. And shock horror, the men looked really into the theme this year. Oh, and Lena Waithe, prominent lesbian baller girl, she came in a rainbow flag. Oh, don't forget to follow me on MySpace, Uber Eats and Pokemon Go. I'm off, bitches.
Speaking of people wearing weird shit, Australia made its 3rd appearance in Eurovision last week. Just quickly, that dress, worn by Estonia's Elina Nechayeva, cost a mind-boggling €65,000, or about 3 university textbooks. Unfortunately, our very own Jessica Mauboy couldn't quite live up to the hype, only managing to finish, well, 5th last with this performance. This prompted Eurovision historian John Kennedy O'Connor to claim that Jessica Mauboy looked like she'd just escaped prison, and Australia's brief presence in Eurovision may be over. And all we have to say is, mate, we couldn't give a fuck. Although I don't want to be too hard on the famed Eurovision historian, as we actually have a lot in common. See, I also don't have a real job. The budget was announced last week, reminding Australia that Scott Morrison has an actual job that isn't telling gay people they suck. The budget was a huge success for everyone, unless of course you're on welfare, an immigrant, or the ABC. So it was a huge success for everyone the LNP actually cares about. As for those reliant on Newstart, well, we managed to gain exclusive footage of their reaction.
I'm in danger!
The initial tax cuts worked out to be about $10 a week for those eligible, sparking the Twitter hashtag #KeepMy10. And we've made a compilation of some of the best tweets. Hashtag #KeepMy10 and make corporations, banks and high income earners pay theirs. Hashtag #KeepMy10 and create a federal ICAC to put yourselves in prison. And hashtag #KeepMy10 and buy Malcolm Turnbull a clue.
Amber, can I have the $10?
To understand what these tax cuts actually are, we're going to cut to our finance correspondent to explain further.
Amber, we don't have a finance correspondent.
Oh, shit. Does anyone understand how these tax cuts work?
Does anyone actually understand this?
No idea.
Yeah, no, I only know about avocados, sorry.
I mean, let's give it a quick Wikipedia and see if we can't come up with something.
So, the first measure of cuts is a low income tax offset. There'll be changes to the tax brackets.
You know what? Let's just cut the segment. Nobody has a clue what they're talking about and we don't need it. I need 3 coffees, 2 with sugar. Okay? Good man.
2 with sugar.
While the new budget proposal mostly ignores millennials' problems, there is one tax cut that helps us out: craft beer. Before you get excited, the tax cut won't result in cheaper beer. That would be too good. Rather, it sees smaller kegs taxed the same as larger kegs, meaning pubs can buy from different breweries more often. Cider has the highest alcohol tax paid per standard drink, which makes us wonder what they put in Little Fat Lamb. Allegedly, politicians will funnel cash saved through the federal budget and use it to pay off their parking fines. ABC News revealed that Victoria has roughly 700,000 motor vehicle infringement notices that go unpaid each year. At least $400 million have been lost as a result of these unpaid fines. What's not surprising, however, is that once again our government is letting us down, as Australian MPs have accrued more than 1,000 parking and traffic infringement notices on their taxpayer-funded vehicles since 2010. Now, let's take a look at the MP infringement leaderboard. In first place is Deputy Nationals leader Bridget McKenzie, with an impressive 53 infringements since 2011. While we don't know what the infringements are specifically for, we do know these tickets make it tough for us ladies to shake the bad driving stereotype. Thanks, Bridget. Second place is currently held by Angus Taylor, who, ironically, is our Minister for Law Enforcement, in a daylight second with 38 infringements of his own. And we would be remiss if we didn't mention the hard work of member of the Australian House of Representatives, Fiona Scott, who managed to rack up 9 infringements in one day. Both have blamed faulty e-tags. Yeah, sounds about right. The fines are paid from taxpayers' money through the Commonwealth Fund, sparking the hashtag #Don'tSpendMy10 on traffic infringements. Speaking of unpaid parking fines, we cross now to our stereotype reporter to show us the kinds of cars university students drive.
This is Jill. Jill has just got back from Chadstone after consuming 4 gallons of bubble tea. She may look rich, but peel away all the propylene and the swag and you'll find out that really she's rich. At least her parents are, hence the $95,000 wheels. This is Ryan. Ryan has just come all the way here from Bendigo to study primary school teaching. He likes listening to Triple M, but only if they're talking about footy. His favourite pubs are as follows. So long as they're playing the following songs. This is Bella. Bella just got back from Coachella. Her dad helped her out with the purchase of this car because Bella is too busy with her arts course and Instagram account to find a job. Someone's got to post photos of cleavage on social media. You go, girl.
Speaking of parents paying for things they don't want to pay for, Deanne Carson said last week parents should ask for a baby's consent before changing their nappy. Because a tiny person incapable of language and covered in their own feces would obviously have reservations about being changed by the people who created them. Since the interview, Child Protection Services have reported a lack of consent as the #1 excuse given for children in dank diapers. The author and educator was obviously ridiculed online, with users warning her not to go full potato, asking what happens if the baby says no, and others thanking their mothers for changing their nappies without explicit consent. That's our show. Thank you so much for watching. Find us on Facebook and tell us how many people you think your baby boomer parents have had sex with. Join us next week as we cover Pauline Hanson's Never Ending Rain, Rudd speaking Mandarin, and Australians on the Moon. I'm Amber Schultz. Goodbye from everyone here at The Struggle. It's real.